Hello and welcome to à-tête with Tiwa. I'm Tineke.
I'm Wally.
We have two questions today, one for each of us. So, should we start with yours?
No, let's start with those ladies first and all that. I'll read the question out.
Okay.
It says, how do you manage being a wife and a mum plus work and not get burnt out?
Okay. Wow. First of all, what I was actually going to say was, who says I don't get burnt out? But actually, I probably don't. I learned later in life that I have to take time out for myself. Basically, it's that simple. So I do take time out for myself regularly, and that could be anything from going away for the weekend to just literally not doing anything one day. I'm just reading a book, vegging or whatever. But just like taking time where I'm doing what I want to do. Nobody's making any demands of me, and it's my time to enjoy and do as I please with it. So what I find is that by doing that regularly enough, and when I say regularly enough, at least once a week, I feel it just helps me to get on with the rest of the stuff I have to do, because I feel like it's almost like I'm giving myself 10%, or I don't know, whatever percentage it is. So out of all the time that I have in the world, I value myself enough to give myself 10% of that time, or to give myself a specific amount of that time. Because I think, certainly for women, we juggle so many things. We just do. We're constantly juggling stuff. And I am one of those people that is so guilty of doing things for other people, always putting people before me. So it's very...
Sorry.
Why were you making that noise?
No, just like, wow. So she knows. But anyway, go on.
Of course I know. So I'm one of those people that's guilty of basically time that could be mine, giving it out to other people who sometimes appreciate it, sometimes don't. So I've had to learn that, you know what, in all this time that you have to, okay, a portion of it has to be for you, and you have to be intentional about it, and you have to like take it, hold on to it for dear life. Like literally, you have to make sure that you are responsible for making sure that you have that time. You cannot turn around and say, oh, because I was doing this for this person. You need to make sure that this time is your time, and you have to take it, and you have every right to it. But it took a long time for me to get to that stage, because I don't know what it is, if it's upbringing, character, I don't know what it is, but I just never felt that I needed to, or that I should do anything necessarily for myself specifically. So obviously in doing things for other people, I always got something, but you know what I mean? I'm not specifically...
Sorry, not to interrupt you, but that is due to pretty much to your selflessness. I think that's one of your that's one of your strongest
and weakest.
Strongest and weakest characteristics. It's your selflessness. So you don't know at times perhaps when to stop, or when to just, forget everybody else. So it has taken time as you've grown, and well, not just time. Just say, I know I've said it. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Because I recognize it, I see it, and I know that that's part of your driving force, which is to help or to try and sort people out. So it is your selflessness. I don't know if your weakness. Yes, I don't know if you can call a good trait a weakness.
I think you can, because it can go either way, can't it? It's finding the balance. It's about finding the balance.
Yes, you're right.
So yeah, so I've learned over the years, and I'm much better now. I still don't think I'm as good as I could be, but we're getting better balanced in terms of that. And yes, and also, I think another thing that we don't do as women is, like there are things that my children could be doing that I'm doing, that really, so in terms of delegating and letting people help, that's another thing that I had learned to do. So yeah, so I'm not there yet, so I wouldn't say that I don't think I burn out like that, but certainly I come, I have to keep adjusting my my burn, or my flame, my flicker, or whatever, to just make sure that I am on the right side of it. But it's, truth of the matter is that, as a mother, you have children that are depending on you. And for reasons best known to God, it's usually the mom they want. So even if one of the kids is ill and I'm trying to let Wally take that role, they don't want him. They want their mom. So there's certain things that you can't get rid of, you know.
I guess it's instinct, isn't it?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what it is. So there's some things like that. Then obviously as a wife as well, your husband wants you. You have to. So it's just about, so what I've learned to do is, okay, my kids want me, my husband wants me, I want me too. So I just have to put myself in and just like prioritize myself in certain things. And that's how I've done it and continue to do it. But like I said, not there yet. Working on getting the balance right. But I'm certainly much, much better now.
Absolutely.
Much better now.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your question?
My question is, do you want to read it?
No, you read it.
It says, as a man, how do you cope? How do you deal, rather, I think, with fatherhood and husbandhood? How do I deal with fatherhood?
I think this is talking about the balance, though. Because obviously, how do you deal with fatherhood and husbandhood? Like,
oh, right, the balance between fatherhood and husbandhood. Again, it's it's they're intertwined, aren't they? I think.
Not necessarily. I might be saying to you, you are spending too much time with your children. What about me? I'm your wife. I was here before your children.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
You've heard that?
I've heard that from time to time.
From me?
Yeah. I've heard that
When
before.
was this?
No, a long time ago.
I don't remember.
Yeah, no, long time ago, when, especially the girls.
Oh, the girls just took, girls and their dads.
Especially with the girls, they would just, because the girls would just tie me down, and we would be there for hours doing absolutely nothing. Well, not nothing, but, so I would have to, like if we had a date or, a movie date or stuff like that, I would have to deliberately leave them, and yeah. So then, this was when they were a lot younger. These days, I don't even think they like hanging out with me anymore. But hey.
So it's good you had that time then.
Yes, treasure it. And the husbandhood, yeah, I think that's it pretty much. Both sides need the attention that they need. The wife needs the attention she needs. Luckily, because she's a lot more mature, she's able to help or deal with.
I don't take it too personally.
Yes, don't take it personally, and so on and so forth. And then one has to remember the girls, or the kids, actually. I say, you'll note that I've said the girls a few times, because my lads, they're like, well, whatever. As long as it's not football. If it's football, yes, okay, let's sit down together. If it's not football, you're all right, we're good. And that's fine. But, so it's just being able to understand that each needs their own attention. And I say this, I talk about the guys as well, but actually the boys too. I will hang out with them individually, paying them their own attention, just speaking to them about different stuff, because they also need that attention. So I do that. Of course, like I said, the girls are more demanding of this particular attention.
Because they're women.
Yeah.
Female.
Yeah, and that's the truth. But yeah, so it's just being able to recognize, yes, to recognize that you need, as a man, to satisfy all demands and everybody in the family, and it's not, you have to be selfless about this.
Is that pressure?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's as easy as, I was going to say A, B, C, no, yes, sorry. Yeah, simple. It's not, there's no pressure.
Okay, brilliant. So that's it. Questions done for today.
All right.
See you next time.
Ciao.